Have you ever wondered what it's like to connect the Union Pacific Railroad to make the First Transcontinental Railroad? It all began in 1862 when President Abraham Lincoln approved the Pacific Railroad Act. This act allowed the Union Pacific Railroad to extend westward. The Union Pacific Railroad Act of 1864 aimed to link the Union Pacific rails with the Central Pacific Railroad of California, causing an explosion of westward expansion. Construction began in Council Bluffs, a town in modern-day Iowa. Workers cleared away trees, leveled the ground, and laid tracks for the Great American Railroad. In their wake, railroad towns began to spring up. Farmers, ranchers, and other pioneers flocked to hot spots along these new lines, searching for a better life and cheap land. As the railroad moved west, land began to rise. The Great Plains gave way to the Rocky Mountains. Engineers worked day and night to come up with plans for solving the problems this rough terrain created. Sometimes, workers painstakingly mined out artificial passes and mountain ranges. In other cases, workers tunneled through them. As the railroad finally pushed through the Rockies, the land became hilly and forested. Bridges built of wood and iron allowed the railroad to continue westward. By this time, the meeting site for the Union Pacific and the Central Pacific had been chosen. Utah is where the rails would connect. They inched towards their goal, and finally, after 5 years of hard work, the last spike was driven at Promontory Summit, and the Union Pacific Railroad was connected to the Central Pacific. The triumph of the railroad stirred the American spirit. Pride and joy was felt by those involved in building the railroad and the general public. This is what it was like to connect the Union Pacific to form the First Transcontinental Railroad.